Peace, peace, peace. What it is, fam? It's Brother Tavon Swainell, aka the Orthodox Moor. And real quick, I have to address some unfortunate business. Unfortunately, there's some division out there in the community that kind of needs to get dealt with. There's some slander being put upon my name, upon my character, and upon my person. And it was done so in a public way. Um, I try to get it dealt with in another fashion, but I'm going to have to just directly address the falsehood and have the truth knock the brains out of falsehood. And instead of there being a peace, because I reached out to the brother, being Taharka Bey, uh, via a previous video on my channel. I asked him to sit down with me in public and squash this, hash everything out. Because apparently the brother has an issue with me. I have no issue with him. I've never had an issue with him. And as a matter of fact, I'm struggling to find out what his issue with me is. For those of you who don't know, Taharka Bey and I are both part of the same debate league, the Solar Vision Debate League, right? And I actually got into the debate league because of an interaction Brother Taharka Bey had with Imam Bashir in a debate Imam Bashir had with Brother Sarah Garvey on Black Eyes TV 7. Yeah. And on that debate, Imam Bashir kind of went at Taharka Bey and the Moorish Science Temple of America as not really being Islamic. He kind of did like some light takfir on us, right? And it was during Ramadan. I took personal offense to that, so I made a video responding to the whole thing, and basically asking the Imam Bashir to a debate. You know what I'm saying? And to which we did. We debated 4 times in 3 sessions, clearing up a lot of stuff about Islam and the Moorish Science Temple of America and the validity thereof. And there's a lot of good stuff to be gleaned from those debates. I'm sure I made some mistakes. I'll take full credit for those. But there's some interesting stuff in those debates. After my second debate with Imam Bashir, I reached out to Brother Taharka Bey to get his input on the subject matter of the debate, because in that debate, the subject matter was the Circle 7 the uniting of the Quran of Mecca, as we claim it is in the temple? You know? And so for the first time that I've ever been able to see in public, a Moorish American attempted to prove the validity of the Circle 7 Quran, or the Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple of America, via prophecy in the Torah, the Injil, and the Quran, the Old Testament, the New Testament, and the Quran. And there's not a single person that will, the vast majority of people said that I won the debate. And to date, I have yet to see anybody disprove the scriptural proofs that I made. So I called the brother up, and like he said on his video, we had a good conversation. He gave me high credit. He didn't tell me to have me get off my square. Like, he literally told me that I was talking above people's heads, and I needed to bring it down a little bit. Yeah. He said he likened me to Sharif Bey in terms of the type of knowledge that I bring, and he said I just need to focus on simplifying it for the people. He didn't he gives a real shaky breakdown of that conversation, because on the one hand, he'll say it was a good conversation, right? But then in the comment section, we're going back and forth and whatnot. And I'm trying to figure out what his issue is because in that conversation, he literally asked me to help him start a temple up here. He found out I wasn't with the temple anymore, right? And we talked about that before. And he asked me to help him start a temple in Kent, and he was going to introduce me to a sister up here, right? And so in a comment section, he tries to say now that that he always knew that I was some agent character that he's accused me of being, and that's I'm some crazy dude trying to uproot the movement and whatnot, and that he would never ask me to help him start a temple, right? He just told me that he was starting a temple up here. And so, like in the comment section, I'm like, fam, like apparently you talk so much you don't recognize what you say, because you literally are corroborating the fact that we have the conversation you say didn't take place, right? Like you're saying, like it's a trip, bro. It's a trip, right? And again, he says in his own video, right, that it was a good conversation. He's not saying that not now. I'll say it like this. He has this pattern of making two claims, right? Like he'll make some outrageous claim and then and walk away from it, right? Like, so beforehand, I'm lying about this conversation, and once I prove via his own words that we have the conversation, right? That he admits we have the conversation. And why would you tell me this stuff anyway? Why would you tell me that you had like where you're starting a temple, that you're starting a temple, if I'm some dirty Moor, right? Why would you even say that? Why would you even tell me that stuff, right? And then admit we have the conversation. If the third part is incorrect too, like it don't make no sense. All right? If I'm right about 2/3 of it, I'm right about the other third. All right? That's why you don't talk about it. That's why in your video you went back to just saying it was a good conversation, right? You're not saying I'm lying about it anymore. It's just a good conversation. Just like what I'm about to show you here. The brothers make numerous claims about me, numerous baseless claims, right? And like I said, he has this history of making a huge claim and having to back off it, right? So what I'm about to show you is the brother himself, over a span of time, making the emphatic claim that I'm gay and that I'm homosexual, yeah? That I'm gay and that I'm homosexual, and that it's not slander because he has the proof of it, right? That he has proof. And he's telling a whole bunch of people, including the dude running the debate league, that he's got pictures and proof of me being homosexual, that he can prove it all. You know what I'm saying? And then when he goes to provide it, he actually has to back off his claim of not saying I'm not homosexual. He makes the claim now that I support homosexuality, right? That I support gay marriage, right? And even in that claim, he's incorrect, and I'll be able to prove that. But people, like, he keeps having to make he keeps making these big giant claims and having to back off. So as Moorish American Muslims, we understand that the Quran is where we derive our power, where we get our power and authority from, you know? And in Surah 2, Ayah 111, it specifies, bring your proofs if you are truthful. Yeah. So I'm going to show the claim that you made. I'm going to show the proofs that you brought, show that you were not truthful, and then show the proofs of what the truth actually is. So we're going to go through this step by step by step on this one particular claim. I'm going to go in on all the claims you made on me, but I'm going to go take one at a time. Yeah. So people don't get confused in them. So we can get this fully detailed. Yeah. Like the Quran. Step by step by step by step. So first and foremost, family, let's go to it real quick. Let's
no more. They ain't got no sources. And then another one. It's a gay Moor out there, call himself. He's not even a Moor. The Orthodox Moors. He's a homosexual. He's coming. He's getting the next 1453. These guys. Orthodox Moor. He's a homosexual. You know what I'm saying? He want to bring the Europeans into the temple. We're gonna 1453 him too. We ain't bringing no Europeans in the temple. We're gonna 1453 him too. That's right. He want to debate me, brother. You ain't even on my level to debate. You know what I mean? You done argued about bringing Europeans in the temple. You done argued about bringing Europeans in the temple, Orthodox Moor. That's right, you Orthodox. You are original. A homosexual Moor. And I'm not, and I got proof. This ain't slander. This is fact. So don't play with me. Telling all y'all, don't play with me. We ain't playing. You know what I mean? I'm the more you gonna remember. That's right. I'm the more you gonna remember. You know what I mean? That's right. And don't start talking about Act 6, Act 4, Act this, and Act that. Don't talk about act this and act this and act that. Because if you're not a part of the Moorish Science Temple of America, then you ain't bound by now one of them acts. So stop acting like it. I know what I'm doing. If you ain't a part of the Moorish Science Temple of America, then you're not bound by now one of those acts. You follow me? So stop saying when I come at you, what about Act 4? What about Act 3? What about Act this? What about Act that? Don't do that. Don't do that. Because when you do that, you know what it is. What's up, brother? Because when you do that, you know what it is.
Let's run that back, family. Let's just make sure we got this all clear. That I'm not putting words in his mouth. That you get it clear from his mouth and not mine. All the claims he's making.
Get no more. They ain't got no sources. And then another one. It's a gay Moor out there, call himself. He's not even a Moor. The Orthodox Moors. He's a homosexual. He's coming. He's getting it next. 1453. These guys. Orthodox Moor. He's a homosexual. You know what I'm saying? He want to bring the Europeans into the temple. We're going to 1453 him too. We ain't bringing no Europeans in the temple. We're going to 1453 him too. That's right. He want to debate me, brother. You ain't even on my level to debate. You know what I mean? You done argued about bringing Europeans in the temple. You done argued about bringing Europeans in the temple, Orthodox Moor. That's right, you Orthodox. You are original. A homosexual Moor. And I'm not, and I got proof. This ain't slander. This is fact. So don't play with me. Telling all y'all, don't play with me. We ain't playing. You know what I mean? I'm the more you gonna remember. That's right. I'm the more you gonna remember. You know what I mean? That's right. And don't start talking about Act 6, Act 4, Act this, and Act that. Don't talk about Act this and Act this and Act that. Because if you're not a part of the Moorish Science Temple of America, then you ain't bound by now one of them acts. So stop acting like it. I know what I'm doing. If you ain't a part of the Moorish Science Temple of America, then you're not bound by now one of those acts. You follow me? So stop saying when I come at you, what about Act 4? What about Act 3? What about Act this? What about Act that? Don't do that. Because when you do that, you know what it is. What's up, brother? Because when you do that, you know what it is.
All right. So we see off the top that he's saying he got proof, and because he has proof, it's not slander. I'm gonna deal with all the claims he made, and again, different ones on different videos. Yeah, like I'll deal with the whole European thing later. But that's a whole other ball game. Right now, I'm just dealing with the homosexual thing. Yeah, because he's claiming that I am a homosexual. That's a big claim to make, and that he has proof thereof. And he's also stipulating not to cite Act 3 because it doesn't apply to me. That's something else we're going to deal with in a second. But again, he's stipulating that I am homosexual, no ifs, ands, or buts about it, and that it's not slander what he's saying, and that he has proof. So let's look at the proof that he has, right? This is the proof that he produces for the people. In his show, he does a PowerPoint for the people, right? And he starts running slides on me. Okay? Like, and this is what I don't like. First and foremost, let me say it like this. He says, stop playing with him, yeah? Like I came at him. Stop playing with him like I came at him. Like I initiated some beef, yeah? Like, so real talk, like in my second debate, like Birdman calls in my debate and crashes my debate. Like I'm not winning the debate. Like everyone says I won that debate, like hands down. And had he admits he didn't watch the full debate. And had he watched the full debate, he would have recognized there was no reason to call in because the point he tried to make was already clearly made. Right? And so that's one incident, yeah, where he's stirring the pot with me. He's jumping in on my debate, crashing my debate. Yeah. Two, we're on a panel show with Solarmine and whatnot, and he just jumps at me for asking a basic question on a devil's advocate kind of a thing, where he knew it was a devil's advocate kind of a question, right? And then when I asked him about it, what's up with it? You know what I'm saying? He says, "Oh, that's my YouTube person. Like, don't worry about it." Yeah. Third, he drops my name during his last debate with Judah Nazareth, right? Which he did not win. And anybody watching that knows he did not win. Okay? And he drops my name and starts talking all kind of craziness on me, yeah? And then in the comment section of that debate, he challenges me to a debate and then forfeits. I didn't come at the brother. He came at me. And when he kept saying my name, I was like, all right, bro, we got a debate now. We got a debate now. Then he challenged me to a debate, put the topic out there, and then forfeit. I never came at you, bro. I don't know what you're tripping on. But with that, again, he made the clear statement that I am a homosexual, yeah? And this is the proof. This is the proof that he brings. Listen closely.
But you can't enter into the paradigm because of you. This brother supports gay homosexuality. Listen to what his post says. Let the gays get married. That's all now. I'm not going to sue the campaign for them. They can do whatever they want. That ain't my lane. He's campaigning. Let the gays get married. Let the gun owner own guns. Let the atheists be atheists. Let the Christian be Christians. America is about freedom to live and life, to live your life and how you choose. Now, listen. He's campaigning. So smoke a bowl. That's what he's telling me. Smoke a bowl. Where his fans at? So smoke a bowl. Shoot your gun. Worship whoever the H-E-double-L you want. That's what he's saying. That's what he's saying. So smoke a bowl. Shoot your gun. Worship whoever you want. And let the people live their lives. If they aren't harming you or your property, it's none of your DAM business. Okay, I get the post. I get it. I get it. But why should you push that? Why should you push that? Why should you push that? Where your fans at? Why should you push that? That ain't what we pushing. That ain't what we teaching over here. We teaching our people, let the gays get married. That ain't what the prophet told us to teach. We teaching our people that nationality. That's what the prophet told us to teach. He tell us to teach us.
Let me run this back real quick for you, family. Just to make sure I'm not getting this misconstrued.
But you can't enter into the paradigm because of you. This brother supports gay homosexuality. Listen to what his post says. Let the gays get married. That's all now. I'm not going to sue the campaign for them. They can do whatever they want. That ain't my lane. He's campaigning. Let the gays get married. Let the gun owner own guns. Let the atheists be atheists. Let the Christian be Christians. America is about freedom to live and life, to live your life and how you choose. Now, listen. He's campaigning. So smoke a bowl. That's what he's telling me. Smoke a bowl. Where his fans at? So smoke a bowl. Shoot your gun. Worship whoever the H-E-double-L you want. That's what he's saying. That's what he's saying. So smoke a bowl. Shoot your gun. Worship whoever you want. And let the people live their lives. If they aren't harming you or your property, it's none of your DAM business. Okay, I get the post. I get it. I get it. But why should you push that? Why should you push that? Why should you push that? Where your fans at? Why should you push that? That ain't what we pushing. That ain't what we teaching over here. We teaching our people, let the gays get married. That ain't what the prophet told us to teach. We teaching our people that nationality.
So right off the top, family, like we can see that this is the largest stretch of the imagination one can make. That this is definitely no proof of anyone being homosexual. And we can see that when it came time to actually do the show, that the brother didn't even make the claim anymore that I was homosexual. Now he's making the claim that I support gay marriage. And now he's trying to make a sneak claim that I'm saying the prophet said something about it. Yeah. He's trying to hint towards that. Yeah. Indirectly saying that. Yeah. And nowhere in this post am I saying anything about the Moorish Science Temple of America, Noble Drew Ali. Am I saying Noble Drew Ali teaches this? Am I saying the temple teaches? I say nothing about Moorish anything in gay marriage. Yeah. The central axiom of this whole post is America is about the freedom to live your life how you choose. This even means as a Moorish American Muslim. Go above that real quick. Let atheists be atheists and let Christians be Christian. It's the same thing for us. Let a Moor be a Moor. Let a Moorish American Muslim be a Moorish American Muslim. Okay? America is about the freedom to live your life how you choose. It doesn't mean I support gay marriage. It doesn't mean I support everyone and their mother owning a gun. It doesn't mean I support atheism. It doesn't mean I'm an atheist. It doesn't mean I'm a Christian. It doesn't mean I'm a pothead. It doesn't mean I'm a gun owner. It means worship whoever you want and let people live their lives. If they aren't harming you or your property, it's none of your business. It's none of your business. If it neither picks my pocket nor breaks my leg, I got no issue with what you're doing. That's a consistent theme of mine. I believe in liberty. I believe in equality under the law. There's nothing wrong with that. Now, do I support gay marriage? Not in the least. I have a big issue with the concept of gay marriage. And in fact, I actually addressed this. I addressed this in multiple posts. In fact, I addressed this in posts that brother Taharka, if he did not directly see, he could have easily seen. So let's check out the dating on this post. July 14th, 2017. July 14th, 2017. So we know that he's had access to the imagery on my post and all that type of stuff since at least then, yeah? and what we can even document going back farther. Yeah? But let's just talk about it. Yeah? So let's go into what I actually say about the topic of gay marriage. What I say about it, right? Being that it's obvious that there's no proof from him that I'm gay or that I support gay marriage. What's obvious from this is that I support freedom. That's what's obvious from this. You know what? I want to clarify something too. Before I get into all that, let me break something down real quick. So he said that the laws don't apply to me because I'm not a member of the temple. Now, he basically stipulated it's okay for him to lie on me or slander me if I'm not part of the temple, which is a crazy thing to say because that's not Islam in any way, shape, or form. But beyond that, I want to make something clear, family. So, you know what? I'm going to read a law, and then I'm going to play something, then I'm going to read a law again. So Act 3 stipulates of the Divine Constitution and Bylaw, laws that govern the Moorish American Muslims, right? In the temple and the people who follow Drew Ali, period, right? Act 3 stipulates, love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice must be proclaimed and practiced by all members of the Moorish Science Temple of America. No member is to put in danger or accuse falsely his brother or sister on any occasion at all that may harm his brother or sister because Allah is love. One more time. No member is to put in danger or accuse falsely his brother or sister on any occasion at all that may harm his brother or sister because Allah is love. So he says that this doesn't apply to me because I'm not in the temple. But listen to what he says right here.
Hey, yeah. Orthodox Moor, He's my brother too. But guess what? Let me tell you something. I know where everybody is on the way of the road. That's
one more time. One more time. Let's check this out. One more time. What was that? We'll put a little extra on it, right? Just make sure we get this in context. Yeah.
Videos as it relates to being black and things of that nature. So I like the brother Chandler. He's not stuck in one place. That's my guy. You know what I mean? Yeah. Orthodox Moor, he's my brother too. But guess what? Let me tell you something. I know where everybody is on the way of the road.
So I'm his brother too. Yeah. We all heard that. I'm his brother too. So let's go back to that law. It says, no member is to put in danger or accuse falsely his brother or sister on any occasion at all that may harm his brother or sister, because Allah is love. It doesn't say brother or sister in the temple. It says you're supposed to practice these principles, period. Not just towards members of the temple. All right? But you said, I'm your brother. The moment you said, I'm your brother, you obligated yourself to being accountable to these laws when dealing with me. You obligated yourself. So no member of the temple, you saying you're a part of, yeah? You're trying to shame me for not for walking away from, yeah? Is to put in danger or accuse falsely his brother or sister on any occasion at all that may harm his brother or sister, because Allah is love. That applies to me too now. So even though you feel like it's okay to lie on me and slander me and stretch the truth, you can't, because you obligated yourself to that law. You obligated yourself to that law. And so it's obvious that you accused me falsely. Not once about the gay thing, twice. And I'm about to prove it here, because you're saying I support gay marriage. That I support gay marriage. Yeah. I'm going to read a couple laws real quick, and I'm going to read my position on the whole matter. Yeah. On the whole matter. Yeah. Couple more laws real quick. Act 4 and Act 5. All members must preserve these holy and divine laws, and all members must obey the laws of the government, because by being a Moorish American, you are part and parcel of the government and must live the life accordingly. Act 5. This organization of the Moorish Science Temple of America is not to cause any confusion or to overthrow the laws and constitution of the said government, but to obey hereby. All right? Obey the laws of the government. Don't cause any confusion. And we're not to overthrow the laws and constitution of this said government. Yeah. So based upon that concept, yeah, and meets, which is equal protection under the law, right? Those are laws we have to support and not have confusion over. Yeah. I speak on the topic of what I campaign for. I don't campaign for gay marriage. That is a lie. That is a bald-faced lie. What I campaign for is something that's actually opposite of gay marriage. And here's what it is. Anybody on Facebook, I want you to go type in this word in the search engine. Homotrimony. H-O-M-O-T-R-I-M-O-N-Y. It's a word I actually created. It's a word I made up. It's a word I campaign on. And you will see this very clearly. You will see that in 3 posts, in 1 post out of the 3 that I shared in multiple places, I speak on this concept. So let's go through this, the whens and the whats. So first and foremost, on June 3rd, 2015, right, I break down this concept for the first time. In the video, we see the Supreme Court considers whether it's time for nationwide same-sex marriage. So I'm listening to the Supreme Court hear the arguments for same-sex marriage, right? Or for gay marriage being legalized, yeah? So as I'm listening to it, I make this post, yeah? This is my thoughts on the whole thing, yeah? Matrimony versus homotrimony. What do LGBTs actually want? To me, it makes a lot more sense to create a new legal definition for LGBT couples to form legal unions under than it does to try and change the legal definition of marriage. Marriage / matrimony does not mean a union between a man and a woman. Same-sex unions would be homatrimony. Homatrimony, right? I break it down, yeah? I support homatrimony. Again, this is what I campaign on. I support homatrimony being legally defined for same-sex unions. I also support civil unions being universal through all the states, I also strongly support the right for matrimony to keep its legal definition of being a union between a man and woman. There is no need to recognize one group at the expense of the other. Equal protection under the law means liberty and justice for all, not just some. This is me introducing the concept, June 3rd, 2015. Let's go back. Second time I bring it up, December 6th, 2015. Let's check this out. And what's in relation to? State, put a video on it again. A state refuses to let gay couple or let gay couple names on child's birth certificate, right? So you have two women trying to get on the birth certificate saying the mother and the mother, or the mother and the father, etc., right, of this child, and only one of them is the biological parent. Yeah. So this is what I have to say about this. December 6th, 2015. LGBT community, I'm confused. First, you wanted to change a word that only applied to a couple that can produce children, marriage / matrimony, instead of create a term that would actually apply to your lifestyle, like homatrimony. Now you want to be able to say that you created a child that you didn't create, instead of just adopting the child legally. Do y'all understand that your policies make y'all look envious of heterosexuals and not pro-LGBT? Whatever. It's not my cause. Again, it's not my cause. I have no idea what y'all are trying to accomplish, but it doesn't seem to be life, liberty, or the pursuit of property, or equal protection under the law. Whatever the agenda is, it looks quite curious to me, is all I can say. Y'all seem as if you are imitating the Rachel Dolezal demonstration in wanting acceptance as something you are not, instead of proudly being yourselves. But I guess I can't really complain. My people are trying to base a movement around being a crayon color instead of national identity. Yeah? Again, not my cause. And I'm critical of the whole concept. But at the same point in time, I can't cause confusion because it's a legal standard. And I'm trying to speak on it without causing confusion or seem as though I'm trying to overthrow laws. Yeah. Changing laws legally is not an issue. This is what I campaigned for. I'm campaigning for the concept of homatrimony, right? Because this whole gay marriage concept, and you can see it bleeding off into the transsexual thing as well, right? To where there's different levels of rights being handed out as a civil right now to a whole new class of people where it's affecting. It's like for instance, bathrooms in high schools, etc., right? Which leads me to the third time I brought this up. Let's go back to it, yeah? Now, the third time I brought this up, yeah? Hold on, let's do this for you. Let me show you where it's at. Now, the third time I brought this up was April 27, 2017. April 27, 2017. Now, all of these are before the July 14, 2017 post that your boy put up, yeah? That Taharka Bey put up, yeah? So to put it in context, all of these are in chronological order, and these are before. This is what I have to say on the concept, yeah? And not just what I have to say, but where I have to say it. Tonight, we all just heard Taharka Bey on with Ishmael Bey, yeah? Ishmael Bey has a group called Amin Ra Squad African Moor Scholarship. It's a fantastic group. The brother puts out fantastic information in that group, yeah? But Taharka Bey is also a member of that group and was a member during this time period, yeah? And easily had access to what you're about to see, yeah? So either he saw it and is not being truthful about it, or he just honestly didn't see it. Either or, family, you were getting the truth in chronological order. So April 28th, 2017, I speak on this concept again, right? On a video that a brother, a 5% brother and I made, right? Sergeant Debunk, yeah, for a project we have called Unified Solutions, yeah. I don't have a temple that I'm trying to run. I'm not trying to claim to be a Moorish American teacher or a leader in the movement or anything like that, yeah. Nothing like that, yeah. My organization is actually nothing to do with the Moorish Science Temple of America at the moment. But we made a video again, April 28th, 2017. It's actually earlier that we made it. We just put it up then, yeah. On a channel that was taken down, but I'll have to re-put it up on a new channel, right? We had this is our first Unified Solutions channel, right? But anyway, let me read what it says. When the U.S. Supreme Court codified the legality of gay marriage, they also codified many unintended consequences that also affect other members of the LGBT community. In the current events of American politics and legal constructs, the transgender community is beginning to exercise newly created civil rights that are beginning to stir emotion on many sides of many arguments. This video is a part of a conversation examining the effects of the first attempt in civilized history to create a legal construct for the joining of two homosexuals, etc. Right? Many taboos are touched upon, but done with as much dignity as possible, being that all sides involved deserve a solution that does not impose on their freedoms, liberties, and natural rights as human beings. Is one possible solution recognizing the societal difference in traditional marriage and homosexual marriage and properly defining both separately in the law. Matrimony versus homatrimony, question mark. So again, I'm consistently pushing this concept of homatrimony and trying to get trying to get people to understand gay marriage is not a good thing, right? That it's not actually what they were trying to do, that actually calling it gay marriage and going for it is upsetting a lot of stuff unintentionally. Okay? And that would be what would be better is a proper definition that would allow for separation without blurring the lines. Because at this juncture, with them blurring the lines with gay marriage, now you're seeing it illegally going into the concept of being transgender and whatnot. Because again, you have two people, right, of the same sex who cannot produce a child, now being able to call themselves a relationship that can produce a child. Marriage means matrimony. Matrimony means rights of the mother. Rights of the mother means you produce a child, yeah? This is not my opinion. This is law. Matrimony is what it is. Patrimony means rights of the father. This is something that used to happen a long time ago, yeah? Where a man would marry a woman and get her property, yeah? But at this juncture, we're talking about two couples who cannot produce a child are now being legally recognized as a couple that can produce a child. There's issues with that, yeah? That may or may not have been intended, but it's definitely having unintended consequences, yeah? And so the only way you fix that is by engaging the legal system, not trying to rebel against it, working within the construct of equal protection under the law, and changing the construct. So that's what I campaign for, not gay marriage, homatrimony. I campaign for actual separate definitions that legally deal with both structures and don't blur the lines, because there's a crazy amount of unintended consequences. Now, the interesting thing about this is I actually still have this video, and I'm going to upload the video after I'm done with this. It will be the part 2 to this. It will be my proofs and my part 2 to this. And it wasn't just one video, yeah? It was multiple videos where I clearly break this down. And I clearly break down the fact that I'm heterosexual. Clearly. So with that, fam, I just want to be very, very clear about this. Your boy made a huge claim. And made a bigger claim in the fact that he had proof. Then had to back away from the claim because he had no proof. And even with the proof that he tried to stretch, he didn't tell the truth again. So that's twice you were not truthful One, you said I was a homosexual. I am not. And two, Taharka Bey, you said that I support gay marriage. I do not support gay marriage. I support matrimony specifically, and I do not support gay marriage because it's damaging to our people legally. Yeah, legally, because it's giving civil rights to a whole different group of people, and giving us difficulties and constructs legally to deal with that are crazy, bro. It's almost like a religious right. Like, so again, this concept of transgenderism and whatnot. Yeah. If a boy wants to go into a bathroom with one of our daughters in school, we have issues with that now, bro. We got legal stuff we got to deal with now. I do not support gay marriage because gay marriage allows all that type of stuff to happen. It's the floodgates that allow all that stuff to happen. Yeah. I support legally separating the constructs so they cannot be confused. I even invented a term for it and gave it a legal construct and definition that I actually do campaign on. I actually do campaign on that. I campaign against gay marriage. So one, I am not gay. And two, I campaign against gay marriage, not for it. There's not a single truth you told about me, Taharka Bey, and I'm gonna show every last one of them. And I will challenge you every time. Bring your proofs if you are truthful. You can come on my channel and bring them if you want to. But how dare you make such claims in the public and know you don't have the proof? Try to stretch the proof to the limits of credulity, and then try to pretend like you're righteous and that I'm attacking you. How dare you, fam? And then how dare you try to call yourself the people's grand sheik? You dare lead people? You dare lead people with the concept of it's okay to lie and slander on people if they're not part of the temple? You dare lead people? Nah, fam. Nah. I'm going to break down every single solitary lie you told about me and challenge you. Bring your proofs if you are truthful. With that, family, I say peace and love.